Hey listeners, Jonny here. I wanted to pop in here because in this arc, we're getting into a more human kind of horror, which means things get real. I'll be getting into some of the implied traumas in our characters' pasts. There are specific content warnings in the show notes, and if those are things that are difficult for you to hear, you'll want to be careful with this arc. Take care of yourselves, we love you all, and we hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week podcast where we talk to our dice, and we're always very polite because they can hear you and they remember. This week on the cover story, you guys, I don't want to freak you out, but this is the final arc of the season, and it has, as they say, all come down to this. The team gets back to work at home in Minneapolis, but so do their enemies. And after what happened in Chicago, I'm honestly not sure our heroes are ready for what comes next.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Sarah, and I play Tiff Torres.
I'm Johnny, and I play literally everybody else, so here we go. So last we left off, Kira, you had received a text message from Captain Tiff Torres saying she has some information about the drum. And I think what actually makes sense is that for now, you guys are planning to get in touch in a few days to talk next steps. But at the moment, Tiff is off somewhere hunting down some more information before she heads your way. Before we get to any of that, I know we had a couple of level ups at the end of last session that we need to talk about. Casey, what improvement did you take?
She took Hunter's Journal. That is essentially a journal of useful information. How do we want that to come about? I know Lauren had suggested finding a journal from Cross, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I could see that too, since Cross was sort of obsessed with taking apart these creatures with different abilities.
Oh, I love that. That makes a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
It could it doesn't even have to be his journal. It could be his hard drive. He definitely had a whole investigation situation going on here. I also like the idea of that being, it's this trove of information that you don't really have close at hand and would have to that it might be written in a style that isn't native to you. You know what I mean? That it's maybe if you roll bad, the information is incomplete.
Okay. Because if it's a hard drive thing, it makes sense that maybe Talk had found it and given it to Casey.
Yeah, I like that a great deal.
But you're saying that it may not always be available to me. Because if we doing the hard drive idea, I'm thinking that Casey would upload it to her network.
No, yeah, totally. But I think what I think is for a move like that, it seems because it's investigating a mystery, not reading a bad situation. So I would make you need to take some time to do some research in order to use it.
Okay.
It's you're hitting the books, essentially.
Quite. And Kira, I believe you have a new improvement as well.
Yes, I do. So Kira is the initiate now. So I decided to take the improvement to get a sect team under my command. And I'm actually wondering, Johnny, if I could actually have the prisoners that we rescued from Chicago be my team.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Una, Edgar, and Verdigris. And then Jazz, I know, is back home, but he's kind of out of his mind. So I think he's just going to come.
Might not count.
He's just going to come back with me to Dawnbreak.
But he won't have a job.
Yeah. So is that something that I could do?
So yeah. In terms of the skills they'll bring, definitely Una is going to be your bruiser. She's got her bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then Verdigris is smarter than he looks. I think he's going to kind of be a knowledge worker, your smart guy. And Edgar being, a dog, he's probably going to be your wild card. We'll find out what he's good at.
Okay, I guess we'll have to see. Perfect.
All right.
Cool. All right, thank you. And then, do you want us to do pre-roll stuff now?
I do want you to do pre-roll stuff in an unprecedented show of forethought.
I was going to say, I got Women with a Plan, but I also have my sect thing now, since I'm part of the initiate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Woman with a Plan was a 9, so I get 1 hold.
I have 3 questions against you for Connect the Dots.
Against me?
But then, oh no. I rolled really great for Connect the Dots. a 6 and a 5.
That sounds great.
But then my dice turned against me.
Well, they were done.
For the touch, and I rolled a 6. So on a fail for the touch, my gut leads me the wrong way. Take -1 forward when I act on my feelings.
Okay.
So I guess however you choose that to go.
And then for the sect thing, I rolled an 8.
Okay, so that just gives you one thing to be where it's supposed to be.
When you're good standing with your sect at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus charm. On a 10+, they provide some useful info or help in the field. On a 7 to 9, you get a mission associated with the mystery. And if you do it, you'll get some info or help, too.
Oh, I thought you were rolling fortunes. Okay.
Nope.
I got 9 on premonitions.
Sick.
So with Boss from Beyond, I don't have to roll that because I already had that. Like I still have a task. Or do I get another task on top of that task?
Well, did you ask a question? Because one of the things that you get, they'll ask you to do something. In either case, you get to ask them one of the questions from Investigate a Mystery. But because I'm going to game jail, you can do whatever.
I think I said kill Cross last time or something like that, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you had asked her how to kill Cross, and she basically was like, I could just do it for you.
That she would do that if you brought Darcy to her side.
But yes, you asked a question.
Yep. So does that mean that I need to then roll?
If you want to ask another question, I will have you roll.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay, let me go back to the initiate. Also, Anna has a roll.
A 10 for Anna for Divine Providence.
Okay.
A detailed scenario of something bad happening.
Mark, I think your mission remains the same. It's just going to be a simple addition. She still wants you to get Darcy to work for her. You can ask something, and she'll tell you what. The vision you get is like, I think it's a lot like Tony Stark's vision from Age of Ultron, where it's just all of you, Casey's team, Blink, Gavin, like all your tools broken, the sun blotted out, and standing over you, it honestly looks like an eldritch horror, like half a dozen mismatched wings, flailing tentacles like it's underwater. Just this horrible, giant, inhuman shadow blotting out the sun. Kira, Riley thinks that she can help in what you guys are trying to do, but she'll need you to find out the director's real name.
Okay.
If she has that, there's some things she can do and find out. And Anna, you see Kira with her eyes burning like hot coals, like the skin around them charred and cracked.
Uh-oh.
You see her exhale a great deal of dark smoke that takes a human shape
My God!
and comes to life and joins the legion of others that she's also brought.
Oh boy.
So Anna gets to ask a question with that. Should I do that now?
Yes, let's.
What's the best way to protect the victims, which I think in this case would be Kira?
Keep her in control of her head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's the pre-roll section. So the game proper, I believe, is going to pick up with you guys sort of getting together to plan your next move, which I would like to limit that conversation to the PCs proper, but I believe there was a conversation you were requiring, Lauren.
I would just like to point out last episode that you said Tommy had some things that he wanted to talk to Kira about, and that was why Casey did not press further into, are you okay? It's because Tommy was being a protective boyfriend. So
Nope, fair, fine. Do you want to be en route back from Chicago, or do you want this to be later?
I'm fine with either. If it's easier to just be home, that's fine. Kira and Tommy also traveled separately, I think.
From the rest of you guys, yeah.
Yep. And Anna had stayed back to help Diego with Casey's van.
I think Donovan is quite, what's the word?
Relieved.
Imperceptibly so. Like, only because Kira knows him the way she does is she able to decipher that that's what's going on. But I think he just kind of looks up and is like, and resumes to what he was doing. Like, as expected.
I knew you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, good to see you too. Anything interesting happen while we were gone?
Oh, set fire to a few enormous bugs, halted the spread of a distant time travel machine. Same old, same old.
How much of that is true?
You wound me.
I want to talk to you about something later. I think we're going to honestly crash probably. It's been a long couple of nights. I found some more people that I'm going to bring into to Dawnbreak. So might want to make a stop in to talk with Riley, if you're up for it.
Well, aren't you spreading a truth of your own now?
What's that mean?
Your religion is growing, Kira Ashwood.
It's not, no, it's not my religion. These people just happen to like me. I don't know. They
follow you. They believe in you.
Yeah, that was never really clear, like, why I don't get what I'm supposed to do. Like, we can talk about this later. But yeah, good to see you. I think she'll head upstairs with Tommy.
Okay. Don't take this the wrong way, but are you okay?
I mean, what do you think? We were just fucking... First, I got betrayed by Theo's brother when I was just trying to fucking help him. And then I got fucking shot up with who knows what the hell. Go unconscious for hours. And then I get kidnapped with you, all of our friends, trying to save us. How do you think I am?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't like feeling weak. And that's how I felt a lot this past few days. I wish I could have been the one to kill Cross.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have made you stop feeling weak.
How do you stop feeling weak, then? Have you figured it out?
It's about taking control.
Well, my therapist says I have control issues, so... How do you take control?
I mean, it sounds cheesy, and the wisdom to know the difference. There's gonna be things, especially in this line of work, that just aren't up to you. Things happen. The forces at play here are huge.
Yeah, I know. That's every day. It's just... I don't want to be her anymore.
Who?
That girl that I was when Donovan found me.
You don't talk much about those days.
I try to forget about it. Back then, every day I felt weak. Not good enough. Like a monster. But some of those things, really all of those things, they never changed. Even after everything. You asked me, would it be so bad if I was a normal girl? I wasn't good enough then. Why? If all of those things would be taken away, I would just be less than what I am now. I can't be that again.
I think Tom is going to throw his arms around you. I wish the world wasn't like this. I wish it didn't make us be like this. But if I could trade the power to lower the stakes, I would. That's what I mean. To not be weak, but to be human.
Would you still like me?
I want to make you roll plus charm so bad.
Alright. 7.
I mean, even without the wings, you're still a solid 8.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh.
He's teasing.
I do think about it sometimes.
Well, after we deal with this sinister, international, multi-level, supernatural organization, we'll probably need a project, won't we?
Yeah. There's a couple of things going on in here. She points to her head. That I'm worried are just a ticking time bomb, honestly.
There's a new one, in case you were wondering. She goes by Ember.
Well, I don't love that.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
I think he's gonna, as though he's shouting into the abyss of your forehead, be like, Can you make a few more like Anna, please? She's nice.
I don't know if it works quite like that, but thanks for trying.
Can't hurt. If it did, though, we'll be set. Okay. Is there anything else?
No, like go to bed.
I really wanted Donovan to tell you not to lock the door.
Keep the door open.
A crack. With a boy in the room.
You're not my dad.
I will turn this cult around, I swear. Okay. So with that, I do believe it will be the next morning. If there's anything you guys want to do, think about, or talk about in your morning sort of routine, I think that you would have either discussed or just sort of intuited that you should probably meet up at Casey's to talk about your next move.
Yeah, but every time we go to Casey's, we get attacked.
We could go to Dawnbreak, honestly, if that would be better. If you're like concerned about that.
No, of course I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Kira wanted to kind of go there anyway, and like, there's some new cult members who are part of her team now. I shouldn't call them cult members, but she is kind of in a cult.
I mean, Dawnbreak does make sense.
Also,
Did you feed your bird?
I was going to say my next door neighbor. Larissa, yes.
Oh, yeah. So 2 things. The first is when you came home and walked into your house, Lariat is just flying around free. Like, I think probably when you come in, he's perched up on like above your kitchen cabinets. It comes flying towards you and like probably lands on your shoulder.
Oh, hey there, buddy. How's it going?
It just like nestles. There is a note from Larissa that says, "What an absolute joy."
I'm going to inspect him to see how he looks and everything.
He looks really happy.
Oh.
He looks well fed. He looks...
I also check the freezer to see if he's got like a supply of mice in there, if he's all out or whatever.
It's getting low.
Just going to see if she added anything.
If she was a good neighbor, she would. I love how for Lauren and I, like, talking to our like significant others are so important. And then John, it's like, how's my bird?
Yeah.
He's so cute.
That's his significant other, except for Theo.
You mean maybe Theo?
Well, it's not maybe anymore, girl. I think there is something that she mentions in her note about it was such a delight looking after Lariat. It's a shame his guest couldn't stay.
What? Who's staying in Mark's house?
Hold on. Mark is sus. Can he go to the security cam? And well, actually, first of all, can he maneuver the electronics in his house to be able to check the security cam?
I would like for you to roll act under pressure.
Remember the password, Mark Clayton?
That's the question.
That's step 1.
He didn't set it up.
6. Because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I think you try passwords so many times that it like locks you out, and you'll need the administrator to get you back in because you're like the password to Mark Clayton's password, Mark Clayton 'S password to the house of Mark Clayton, Mark Clayton house password. Why are none of these working? And it's like you've tried and failed too many times. So no.
Does anything happen in the house that just like from that, like, does it lock down? Am I able to get out of my house? Like,
John, you can't ask these kinds of questions.
I mean, if it was Casey that helped set up the security, you know what the answer is.
Casey, a light turns on your phone.
Oh. What's the notification?
Mark is like running around the house.
Mark Clayton, code green.
I kind of like the idea that like Casey has like a code name set up for like Mark, and so it's like,
oh, what would it be?
Like idiot tripped the alarm system or whatever.
Honestly, if Casey
I've got it. You try yours, and then I've got mine to pit against it. We can rock, paper, scissors.
Mine's really simple. Mine, I think, would just be like Clayton. Either that or Wings.
Mine is Slim Shady.
What does code green mean exactly?
Code green means rookie mistake. Code green means something. He locked it down because he's a dumbass. And yeah, Mark, your like deadbolts that you didn't know were there, fire off and shut the door.
I go,
So he's locked outside of his house right now?
He's locked inside of his house.
I mean, you can teleport. It's good news.
I mean, that's not running through Mark's head, though.
Casey's gonna pull up the like live security camera.
Mark is like going around like, what is going on?
I'm gonna talk to Mark through the security camera.
Excellent. Please have that conversation now.
What the hell is going on?
Hey, Mark. What's up?
Hello? Who's there?
It's Casey. Why did you set off your alarm system?
Wait, you have access to this?
Yeah, don't you remember when the rowdy rough boys came over and you needed help with your security system?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, Mark, what's going on?
I seem to have locked myself into my own house.
I know, I can see that. I got a notification that something happened.
Hold on one second. Lariat, can you calm down?
Mark, I can see you. I'm watching you through your security camera.
Oh, okay, all right. Can you reset the password?
Do you not remember it?
Well, we wouldn't be in this predicament if I remembered it.
Yeah, I can reset it. You're gonna write it down this time?
Yeah, hold on a second. Mark goes and grabs his little notebook. All right, go ahead.
Right, so your new password is going to be...
Yep, mm-hmm. Hello?
Hold on, sorry. Okay, shut
This
up.
is
I was
very
trying
important.
to go up with the man. So it's going to be Casey rules, except all the S's are Z's.
He writes half a C and goes, seriously? Can it be like potato 1, 2, 3 or something? Like something shorter?
It's just Casey rules, exclamation point 05. It's really not that long. Plus, the longer your password is, the safer it is. If you have it shorter, it's more at risk for being, like, hacked. I've already said it. I can't reset it. I have to. If you want me to reset it again, it's gonna take about 24 hours.
That's fine. I'll write it down. Just
Okay,
hold on.
so it's Casey rules.
Casey
With
rules.
Z's instead of S's.
Really?
KZ rules.
And an exclamation point.
Exclamation point
05.
05. Or with like an O, like a letter.
0. Like the number.
okay. Okay. 05. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do I put that in to unlock it, or can you do it remotely?
I mean, I could do it now.
Well, here, let me just try it to see if it'll go.
Okay.
All right. And then Mark hits enter.
I really want you to roll active pressure again. With the O's and the Z's. There's a lot of room for error here, bud.
You mean the zeros?
Are they?
13.
All right. I think with that roll, you like can now or can decide to later figure out how to change your password.
I was actually thinking about that. So. But watch, I'll end up locking myself out again, and Casey will be there to help me.
I'm typing Casey rules, and then you're going to do it over and over, and then it's going to lock down, and you're going to go, I made it mark as a good boy.
Yeah, I think I got it. By the way, if I wanted to work this system in the future, can you come over sometime and show me how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be good. All right.
Casey's like, technically I already have Mark, but okay. Give you remedial classes.
All right, thanks, Casey. Are you guys are we meeting up again soon here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll see you there.
Okay. Bye, Mark. Casey will log out of her application.
So, beep boop, bop, beep. I got into the system.
Okay. You got it in the system. So yeah, there's no one else there. It's like you could kind of you're sort of scrubbing through it. She came regularly twice a day. I think she did actually restock the freezer and then, ran it down. I think you guys were gone one day or something. But punchline, she came a couple of times a day. It was just her. She always appeared dressed in really long, flowy, colorful hippie skirts. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she played with him. She talked to him.
Anything out of the ordinary? Did I see another person?
No. When I say talk to him, I do mean got into it, like had full conversations with this owl where the owl was just kind of like there enjoying being paid attention to.
Am I able to discern if when she was talking to the bird, if she made any like, as if the bird were saying something, replying to that?
Roll investigate a mystery.
11.
Okay. Not really, not any more than a normal owl would. She did come over and meditate once, though, with him. Like, I think Lowry came and lit on the floor opposite her.
Kind of like goat yoga, but owl yoga.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Anna Diego does not seem like himself.
What do you mean? How's he acting?
Like he's in big trouble. Like he really fucked up.
Dude, you need to like give yourself a break. You didn't do this.
You don't get it. This isn't just a van.
Oh, I'm aware. I've heard all of the... I've been like a spectator this whole time. I literally know a lot about Cosmo. I know it means a lot to Casey, but again, you didn't do anything. So don't take it so... Just lighten up.
Roll manipulate somebody.
9.
Why should I? This was my job. She left it with me in my custody. I let it
Oh
happen.
my god. I really don't feel like you just like sit by and you just watched it happen. Like, did you drop this car out of the sky?
I didn't catch it.
Oh my god. As far as I'm aware, you don't have like superhuman strength. I mean, I know you've got the really cool arm and everything, but like, that doesn't seem like it's in your wheelhouse.
You think it's really cool?
Yeah, don't let it get to your head.
Well, whatever. Now my job is to fix it. So.
Correction, it's our job. I said I would help too.
Well, okay then.
What do you need me to do?
So Casey did make an insurance claim. So basically what you need to do is like oversee the tow truck.
Okay.
And then like pester the body shop to move it to the top of the list.
Their highest priority.
So to streamline that, I want you to read a bad situation on the tow truck drivers.
10 to read a bad situation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think you noticed that they're about to do a series of things wrong, and you
The tow
yell
truck
at them.
driver. Okay.
Yeah.
No, what are you doing? That's not the right way. Even I know that.
I'm half thinking that it's like there's two of them, and one of them is missing a bunch of fingers, and you're like, no, that is proof that you don't know how to do this. I want the other one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll ride along and go to the body shop and roll manipulate somebody on them.
All right, that's an 11.
And so there you and Diego essentially refuse to leave, and he I feel like Diego too is kind of in his element in being a...
Do you know who this car, this van is very important for our business? You really need to get this fixed right away. Mr. Crook will be very, very upset if you don't get this taken care of.
Oh my God.
I think Anna pulls out the business card that she still has on her.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Because she did just call him not that long ago.
So I think with that role, one of them is going to sort of make as if to go, well, hang on, if this is really...
I believe that they should be able to cover all expenses. You can call the receiving. They'll take care of it.
Okay, well, we'll call. And I think Diego will be like, hey, after. You're on the clock now. And speak really forcefully, really quickly, and a lot in Spanish. It's just you know he's good for it. What are you killing time for? You want him to come down here? Is that what you want? You want him to come down here right now?
I can call him right now and show that I have the number on my cell phone. I just called him yesterday. We're friends.
They'll have it done in 10 hours.
So then does Anna and Diego get back the next day then with Cosmo?
Yeah. You drive Cosmo and it doesn't need the trick to start it anymore.
Okay.
It's good as new.
I think before they part ways, I want Anna to text Diego and just be like, hey, and then be like, ball's in your court.
He'll text back a basketball going into the hoop emoji.
I hate
that.
Or like a gif of Michael Jordan doing the 1988 slam dunk contest.
God, you're such a dork.
He's got one speed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Toro. Cut to where did you guys decide you were meeting?
Thombrick? Does that sound good to you guys?
Yep.
Can I ask, like, how much time has passed since Chicago and then this meeting?
Maximum 2 days.
I kind of just want to say, for, I don't know if canon's sake is the proper term, but I think that Theo goes back to her family.
Okay.
And then if Tessa was available, Casey definitely wanted to hang out.
Okay. I think when you go to her house, she's available and half drunk.
Where is Tessa's house? What does Tessa's house look like? I've never been to Tessa's house.
I think she and Sigmar are staying in adjoining rooms at the Aloft Hotel downtown.
Oh, Sigma's next door. Okay. She's half drunk. What time of day is it? Just like evening?
Yeah, probably like I'm staying. It's like 7 or 8 p.m. the day after you got back from Chicago, maybe. And she's like, "Oh, how was your trip to the Great White North?"
The Windy City.
It's still north.
Well, technically it's south from us.
Shit. Was it good?
No, it wasn't.
She spins around, pours something into a glass, and slides it across the table at you from the minibar.
Usually I would say hell yes, but I've kinda got a big day tomorrow. Oh, here. I think Casey's gonna like pull out of her jacket and like throw a postcard at her.
You know, traditionally these are sent by mail.
Yeah, but I could get it to you quicker if I just bring it to you. Save some postage.
Efficient, thrifty. I can respect it.
No, a lot of stuff happened in Chicago. Theo's back. Oh, did you get Theo's present, by the way?
Yeah, I think she'll hold up her wrist and be like, "Yeah, it's pretty." Jangle it about.
Yeah, it's gonna protect you. Keep it on. Can I talk to you? Like, can I just, well, are you okay?
I mean, I only get out once a day, but I'm okay in the way you mean it.
She lied to me at all?
Yes, a little bit. She definitely goes out whenever she feels like it. No, she did say she's okay the way you mean it.
You're careful, right? I'd hate for something to happen to you, and you're supposed to be in hiding, technically. If you want to get out, you can always reach out to me, and you can get out longer when you're with me.
You want to come keep an eye on me?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
What's the long term here?
Long term?
She's going to wait for you to answer.
I mean, hopefully, like, things calm down and, like, the drum is defeated and, like, you don't have to be in witness protection anymore. And we can focus on each other.
Is that a really complicated way of saying it's not me, it's you?
It's a complicated way of saying I don't know.
Like, she's gonna take the drink that she had offered to you and just down it.
Did something happen when I was gone?
No, nothing's happened at all.
She lied to me.
Nope. She's bored. She went from years of running to sitting in a room.
Isn't this what you wanted? Not running, not being in danger anymore, having the chance at a life.
Oh, so I'm not in danger?
You're in less danger. I mean, you're protected now. Have you tried reaching out to your parents? I'm sure they'd love to hear from you.
Are you? Sure.
Sorry, no, I don't know for sure. I just...
Kind of want to be reasonably sure they're not going to watch me die twice.
So what do you want? The world is practically open to you, and once you become for sure safe and can do whatever the hell you want, what do you want? I mean, I know one of the answers is not sit in this room all day.
I want to plan parties. I want to make great, big parties. I want to do art openings. I want to do funerals, weddings, bar mitzvahs. I want DJs. You know, I haven't been dancing since we were in high school. I want to go dancing. And I want it to be my fault that I can dance.
So you want to be an event planner?
Okay, aptitude test. I want to be an event planner.
I mean, that sounds really cool and really fun. Casey's gonna get up. Well, you're already halfway there. And, I mean, I'll be your DD. Why don't we go? Casey's gonna hold her hand out.
Go where?
Go dancing. You haven't gone since we were in high school. So, why don't we go?
Casey will manipulate someone.
No! No. Fuck! It's a 5.
There's no way I can help you across. I'm different. Kira's not here.
I know.
There's been a disturbance in the forest. Kira needs to get to Tessa's room immediately.
I don't know why I did this to myself, honestly.
Friendship simulator / relationship simulator.
Yeah, let them have a cute moment.
You know what? I think that the only punishment I'm gonna give you, she will go.
Just gonna get fucking hammered.
Mm-hmm. And you might get in trouble.
Am I getting in trouble? Oh. Are you running into Sigma when I'm carrying her ass home?
Oh, I like that. He's just gonna be sitting there like, he's gonna be opening and closing a pocket knife.
Casey's gonna like hold up a finger and as like Tessa's passed out in her arms, puts her to bed. You said it was like a studio?
It's adjoining rooms. So he's now in Tessa's room waiting for you to come in.
No, yeah. I just didn't know if like there was a room to put Tessa into instead of like.
Yeah, I think it's suites. Yeah.
Okay. Casey will come back out.
This is you keeping her safe?
She was bored. I had nothing to drink. I mean, can you blame her?
Like he's gonna stand up and move to go back to his own room and stop and be like, we had a good thing going on the road, but she wanted to stop. She wanted to find you. Don't let that be her last mistake. And then he'll open the door and he'll walk through it.
I think Casey's gonna like spend the night, but she's gonna like sleep in either like a chair or the couch.
Yeah, I figured. There's a 0% chance that Tessa will be awake when you wake up.
That's fine. I think Casey's going to stay as long as she can. Like, Casey checked on Mark's security camera when she was still at Tessa's.
Okay, I like that.
When Casey leaves, I think that she's going to make sure that she's all settled in bed. She's going to kiss her on the cheek, and then she's going to leave.
You did have a really good time for the first hour.
That's fine. As long as she was happy.
Okay.
So all of us are going to be at Dawnbreak? Even my team?
I want it to just be the PCs.
Okay.
It feels cleaner for you to do your planning just like and have them largely have no input because I want to know what your plan is.
Casey picks up Theo on the way there.
Cute.
On her motorcycle. I finally can use my motorcycle!
Which is called?
I think I call it Nightmares.
Okay. All right, so you guys are headed to Dawnbreak. We are now going to cut to Captain Tiff Torres, who's been busy gathering some information these past few weeks / days. Let me ask this, and you can take some time to think about it, Sarah. Is there anything that Captain Torres wants to like do sort of in any kind of downtime, or like you get what you got that I told you about, so you're going to go where that information would take you. I don't know, anything en route or anything you want to...
I think I would just be trying to get as much intel as possible. Like, what are they planning?
Roll investigate a mystery, and then we'll deal with the fallout of this roll after a few minutes. Hey, Sarah.
So on this show, we like to ask a question.
You might not be familiar with this as a guest star, but it's traditional upon rolling to explain what it is you rolled, like the numerical outcome.
Don't say it, it's a trap.
What if I got a 6?
Well, that would be very interesting, wouldn't it?
That's okay. The previous roll was a 6, so
Starting off strong, Sarah.
Yeah, this seems important. I'm kind of sort of okay. Two questions for you. First question: if I burn a luck here, will it affect past Tiff?
Yeah, it won't affect past Tiff. Your luck special will be activated.
what is my Lex?
Are you playing as the hex? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your backlash on spells will be extra nasty.
Here's where I'm at. I only have 2 luck left, but
Oh wow.
I mean, how many more episodes is Tiff gonna be in? You know what I
That
mean?
sounds
Why don't I-
thematically resonant.
What if I YOLO it? I'm trying to help my friends.
Oh.
Okay.
That's right, I used that word. You know what? Let's do it, and then I'll only have 1 left for the whole rest of
God.
this, and it's gonna be really scary.
Oh my god.
Perfect. That works really well for me.
So that's all I want, is to make you happy.
Also, is there any pre-rolls that Tiff needs to do?
Oh yeah, I have Boss from Beyond.
Why don't you roll it?
That one's a 12.
So I think for something simple, I think she's just going to be like, don't take any unnecessary risks.
Yeah, that totally sounds like me. Yeah, I won't do that.
And then you can ask something.
Can I save my question for her again?
Yes. As long as you don't forget to ask it.
Oh, I forgot to ask last time, didn't I?
Just saying. And then think about 2 questions you want to specifically ask about the information I give you. And I'm going to jump to the rest of the crew for a few minutes. Okay, so you guys meet up at the Dawnbreak headquarters, which is the
a fucking dress barn.
the repurposed interior of an abandoned dress barn in a strip mall.
Question, is my new team here, like Verdigris, Yuna, and Edgar? Because that's where I told them to go.
Yeah, I think you told them all to come here.
And Jazz.
I think they're sort of elsewhere getting kind of shown around. I think you can hear when you arrive Yuna saying, I'm not wearing one of those fucking robes.
They don't wear robes, do they?
Riley does.
Riley!
Oh no.
It's a cult, you guys. It's a fucking cult. I'm back in a cult. What is this?
You're not back in a cult. You're the creator of the
You're
cult.
still in a cult. That's true. You founded a cult.
I didn't found
You're the leader of the cult.
They
This
founded
is
it.
not
You're
the
right. They
way.
worship you.
They founded it. I just told them.
Look, I'm just your simple, mild-mannered messiah.
Anyways, I think when we all get to Dawnbreak, we'd probably go wherever Riley is, since she gave me that mission about the director's name. I think Kira would get everybody else up to speed on some of the things that she found out when she was with Tiff about the drum.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, that there's somebody named Mr. Green who is the one calling the shots, but also that there might be some potential allies in that werewolf pack, and then the Soror Silentium group as well. So yeah, I think she'd be like, so Riley says that if we can get the true name of the director, she might be able to do something that could help us out against the drum. I think that might be a good place to start. But otherwise, if there's anything else we need to find out, then let's find it out. But I sort of think we need to get our allies together. I don't know what you guys are thinking or where your thoughts are at, Casey, but...
Which allies are you specifically thinking of pulling into this?
Well,
I mean, the Sparks are an obvious shoo-in.
I think if we can get any of the people that we just brought from Chicago, they seem pretty determined to help us out. I think Dawnbreak as a whole, honestly, would be able to help us out. These werewolves maybe, Soror Silentium, if we can talk to them. But also, we really need somebody on the inside, and that's Tiff.
No.
Casey, she's getting information already. She's already helping us.
Seriously?
Yes.
I mean, Jesse and I work for years. One of us can get in. I mean, we just essentially need an invite. We know that the author might be involved. Try and get like a meeting with them. Kind of be like, you're not that secretive.
Look,
Seriously.
We already have somebody that we know pretty well who has an in with them.
We know pretty well. I know her as far as I can throw her.
Kira, roll and manipulate someone.
That's a 10.
Casey, if you agree to work with Captain Torres, you will mark experience and take +1 ongoing while following this path.
Look, I worked with her trying to get this in with the drum. She doesn't have a lot of people that she can count on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And call me crazy, but sometimes I believe that if you extend trust to people, they'll fucking surprise you. And isn't that what you just did with those people in Chicago? Let's give her a chance. Tiff.
Thanks, Kira. Appreciate you.
Fine. I'll agree to work with her. I'm not by any means happy about it.
She's supposed to check in a couple of days, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything since the last time we spoke.
Tiff, why don't you ask one of your questions? Or two. You have two.
What is Agent M?
It's the culmination of a plan that's been going on for a long time. And it's finally time for it to happen. I think with the information that you haven't been able to glean, I'm going to be incredibly nice and also incredibly mean. Information on Agent M goes back all the way to, I think 06. It links at one point to a file that you can't read. It's connected to Operation Tourniquet, and they've been keeping tabs on Agent M at least annually since. It's heavily redacted.
Okay. My second question is, who are they deploying?
I think they're deploying an agent whose codename is 7.
Okay.
In your investigation into Agent M, you can sort of surmise that 7 is one of 10 agents who are sort of connected with this initiative and initiatives at or above this level of clearance.
Okay. Do I know anything about who that might be? Have I seen them? Do I know anything about age, gender, build?
You know she's not human. And I think you'll know her by a red dot lights in both of her pupils.
Ooh. Is she hot?
I want so badly to say no, but apparently I don't know how to create a character that isn't.
I was gonna say, you're off to a good start. She's not human.
She might be a little young for you.
Oh, alright. Never mind then. But she's a perfect killing machine.
Which is your type.
Yeah. Can I call my friends? Or will my friends call me?
What do you mean, your friends?
Listen, my colleagues.
Hey, your words. Who do you mean is my question.
I said I was going to check in with Kira.
Kira, speak at the devil, and she calls you on the phone.
Okay. All right, I'll answer. And kind of put up a finger to these guys and be like, 1 sec. Speaking of, hey.
Hi. How's it going over there?
Good. We were actually just kind of talking about what we kind of want to do next. A small mission that maybe would help us make some moves against the director. But we need to figure out what his name is.
Okay. Look, somebody's coming for you.
What? For us?
For you, specifically. Have you ever heard of anything called Agent M?
It doesn't ring a bell. What do we know about Agent M? And why are they after me?
I don't know. It's super high clearance. I've been trying to figure it out. Everybody's running me in circles. It's been going on since 06. There's something connected to something called Operation Tourniquet. The agent going after you, codename 7, that's all I've got. I'm trying to find her. There's 10 in total that are connected with this.
So there's Agent M and Agent 7 are the same, or they're different people?
Agent M is the operation, I believe.
Oh, okay. But they're coming after me. This Agent 7 is the one that's coming after me.
That's correct.
And they're connected to Operation Tourniquet? Okay.
Agent M will be activated. That's the terminology they keep using. I don't know if this is a sleeper cell or a tear gas or probably a portal to hell. Let's be real.
Okay. Fuck. I know
What's going on? What's going on?
I know
happening?
what's going on. It's fucking embers, isn't it?
What?
It's what Anna saw. She loses control of herself. The fucking sleeper agent is fucking Ember. Kira doesn't put that together, but Anna probably wouldn't either because she's stupid. I don't know. And I could be totally wrong.
This is perfect. I love this so much.
Shit. Okay. I'm trying to figure out like who would actually know what.
She has red dots in the pupils of her eyes, so if you see anyone like that, maybe tackle them.
Okay.
She's not human, that's all I know.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out. We'll look into this. Can you regroup later?
Yeah, absolutely. This job's pretty cushy, I gotta say. If I say, like, oh, I gotta go investigate this thing, they're like, oh yeah, Captain Torres, go do your thing.
Congratulations. I mean...
Thank you. It's just nice
As he
to
walks
be
away from this table.
respected.
Well, I wouldn't let the cushiness fool you. We just met a bunch
Oh,
of...
absolutely not. Just
Yeah.
a perk.
Okay, well, you know what? Why don't you meet us soon? Mark will get in contact with you to tell us where to meet.
Okay.
Just on the off chance I don't want, and if anybody's listening to this, I don't want them to know where we are. So that's why I didn't tell them.
I understand.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our intermission zone. Happy Thanksgiving, and as always, a huge thank you to all of our listeners.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 28 of The Cover Story.
And in the meantime, if you want to support the show, you can, as always, leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcast or Spotify, and tell your friends. Follow us on our social media. We're on Twitter at Monster Playbook, on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook. We also have a Discord. You can come hang out with us. We learned how to say Ko-fi, rhymes with no fee, hilariously, which you can support us directly if you'd like to do any of that. And of course, as always, links to all of these things and more can be found in our Direct Me profile in this episode's show notes.
This week's promo is for Bad Heroes, a Pathfinder 1st Edition actual play podcast. Their story follows a group of strangers thrown together on a dangerous mission to hunt down curses in a kingdom bound to hell.
That sounds terrifying, and I want in.
Hey, I'm Dre Silvertooth, and I'm a GM. You should absolutely come listen to our podcast, because I have the best heroes. They're hunting curses for the Queen of Vyre, and it's going great.
I got 5 hit points.
I have a plan.
Is it to write my eulogy?
They make really good choices.
Oh God, why did I do that?
It's all according to plan. Textbook success.
She did fall 45 feet in full armor, though.
Well,
Fine. They are bad heroes. I have 4 very bad heroes on my podcast. But they are hilarious. Come check us out at badheroescast.com or find Bad Heroes wherever you get your podcasts.
I haven't been playing my bard correctly, so now I am going to.
hold up. You mean trying to summon an electric guitar so that you can use the auxiliary cord was not doing it correctly?
Oh no, that was definitely correct.
You can find Bad Heroes Cast on Twitter at Bad Heroes Cast and on their website at badheroescast.com.
And with that, let's get back to the show.
Let's do it!
I do want to know if there's anything that Captain Torres would be trying to do in the meantime.
Trying to find this agent.
Agent 7?
Yeah, I'd be making a lot of small talk around the water cooler. Like, hey, so what's your favorite agent number?
Oh God.
Oh my God.
You're just as subtle as Casey.
Roll investigate a mystery, please.
For spies, you're not very sleuthy.
7.
That'll be one question in a bit.
I was almost going to use tune in and see if I could find 7.
Oh, and then what happened?
11.
You get 3 questions.
Where is 7 right now?
4 miles away and closing.
What is 7 planning to do right now?
Her job. Make contact and activate Agent M.
Who does it regard as the biggest threat? Mark Clayton.
I think, in general, the director. For this job, either Riley or Anna.
Well, 7 is on her way here, and she's closing fast.
That doesn't make sense.
But activate M?
The target's here? Since we're like in the questioning mood, can we like all wander down to Casey's question corner?
Welcome to Casey's question corner.
What questions should we be asking?
I hate Casey's question. I can be so mean with this answer, though, and I choose to be. I think I will cause problems on purpose. What question should you be asking? Who is Kira Ashwood?
Fuck you.
I hate you.
I'm very proud of myself for what I've done here.
You do this for a living?
If they're on their way here, what kind of defenses does Dawnbreak have? As Casey is checking her guns if they're loaded.
Well?
Can I get that red rifle back from you, Anna? Unless you need it. Do you have a gun?
Yes, I have a gun. Fucking tosses it to you.
Gotcha. Throw it over my back.
So Dawnbreak is poor, but that is literally one of the tags that they have.
That's one of the tags.
But they are knowledgeable and they do have magical items. So there might be some magical items that we could get. And I mean, they have like some weapons and shit, but
they were making semi-regular forays through and into the hallway upon a time.
Yep.
Okay. So this 7 is on their way. I say, let's defend.
Yeah, I think Anna would speak up at this point and she would be like, I can't take this feeling. Like, I think they're coming after you. I think this is Agent M might be you, Kira, or something in you.
Anna, 7 is afraid of you for some reason.
Well, they fucking should be. And I think she'll describe her vision that she had of smoke coming out of Kira's mouth and forming a person. And we'll talk about it and be like, I know that the best way that we can protect you is to make sure that you stay in control of whatever the fuck's going on with your head. I don't know if there's something magical that can help with that. If you need to do some fucking soul searching, I don't know. But you gotta keep you in control.
Can I ask you a weird question, Kira?
Yeah?
This is gonna sound really weird, but I'm just, in case you lose control or something, can I get a little bit of your hair?
Oh, this is Theo.
Did you not notice the tone of voice? I'm just thinking, like, if something happens, if you get away from us or whatever, I can still reach you. I mean, it's kind of the same thing that happened with Cross.
Yeah, that's fine. She'll fucking, like, grab a scissors or something if she can find some scissors. And
Oh, Theo takes out a knife.
Okay.
Just gonna take a chunk.
Does anybody have a... No, I can do it.
And then I kind of have an idea, but I'm wondering if, like, maybe, like, Anna could help? But, like, remember when we were up in Duluth and, like, Mark had that painting appear in his head and I kind of went and, like, looked inside of his head? I wonder if I could maybe, like, observe in, like, your head and maybe we can lay some sort of magic, like, trap or protection or something. I can maybe bring Anna with me.
Yeah, she'd probably be pretty helpful in there. Anna will be like, well, home sweet home. And yeah, she'll go along if that's what you want to do. Before we trawl through my head, I want to talk to Riley and get you guys squared away, maybe some like supplies or something.
Because I think, like, when you go to do that, I think Casey's gonna go head, like, outside and, like, maybe post up on the roof. But, like, can Casey grab Anna or Kira?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be fine. Like you're gonna be totally fine.
I can't tell if you're lying or not, like you. But you're right. It's gonna be great.
Is there anything that I should know?
I heard this voice in my head for the first time the other day. She called herself Ember. She said she wasn't ready yet. We both weren't ready yet. She was the wine, I was the grapes.
That doesn't really make any sense because you're kind of like a shot of tequila.
It's not really my drink, but regardless, she seemed to imply that she was waiting for something to happen. Maybe it's this Agent M thing. Ember.
I think Casey goes to maybe grab your hand, but she stops herself and straightens and maybe we're all here for you and we will always protect you when you need us.
I know. I just don't want to lose myself, you know?
Well, you know what always helps me? Mandy had given me some homework, and I came up with kind of a mantra, given this happened before we met Theo and all that stuff, but I always try to remember my arsenal of friends.
That Jesse's the dependable and attentive one.
The author used to be a part of this thing, but I should kick her out. Nick is tough and headstrong. Tommy is passionate and resilient. My team, Tagshia and Diego, are unwavering, loyal, and perceptive. Mark is pure of heart, and he's the underdog. And that Kira Ashwood is resourceful and clever. And I'll be adding Anna and Theo to that, but...
What about you?
Well, I'm your friend.
Yeah.
It's just something to maybe remind yourself. We're here to help. In the highs and the lows.
And Kira will pull you in for a hug.
Casey will hug you back. After this is all done, we need to get fucking drinks. No, boys.
I can rock with that. And I think Kira will hug you and she'll be like, Casey Davis, selfless, never gives up, and my best friend.
Damn right. All right, I'm gonna be outside.
Okay. So yeah, Kira's gonna go ahead to wherever Riley is, but I think on her way there, she wants to actually go into her mind and talk to McCleary. But we'll go back to that later.
Yeah, we sure will.
Yeah.
Torres, you got one question. I think actually with that role, here's what I want to do. In your talking about it, someone does respond. Most people are either I literally don't know what you're talking about, or they're we don't talk about that. But one person will be they will answer you, they will tell you their favorite. Within an hour, there's no record of that person anymore.
Fuck.
But what they'll tell you is their favorite is definitely 10, just in terms of strength and speed and the top half's a hot dude, the bottom half's a muscly horse. What's not to love?
And they disappeared this person? Damn it. We could have been friends.
But I think this person will also toss out another phrase and they'll say, yeah, easily the most powerful asset we ever pulled out from under the stairs.
Fuck. And then they're gone. So I fucking killed somebody.
Well, you didn't kill them.
Shit. Okay, great. This is going well.
I mean, you do know someone who has pretty extensive
God damn it, is this what you're doing?
knowledge. I'm not. No, it's just.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You have an asset. You have an asset.
Let's call Leth.
So, point of information, because I don't know what happens when you make a phone call to a number that has blocked you.
I feel like the call doesn't even go through.
It just do. Point is, you get a certain kind of reaction that either means her phone has been disconnected or she's blocked you, and you're pretty sure it's the second.
Oh my god.
Guess you're gonna have to make a house call.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just have to ask Casey if I can borrow her phone.
I mean, you do know with 100% certainty where she lives.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll drive to Leth's.
Fingers crossed she doesn't have a restraining order on you.
Also, Mark, what are you doing?
I was gonna say, like, I do think Kira would have, like, I think you should talk to your mom, Mark, and see if, like, her connections with Soros and India might be able to help us at all with stuff with the drum.
Also, like, does she know that you're a prince?
I mean, that's a whole conversation.
She's here. She's at the dress barn.
Yeah, you had her take refuge here as well.
Do you want me to come with you? Like, as moral support?
Sure.
Okay.
So we're gonna go find Mom. Mom!
So let's do Mark and Theo, and then I want to jump back to Tiff. So Mark and Theo headed to find your mom. So Samantha Clayton is... I know they put her to work in some degree. Honestly, I think she's like stitching glyphs into clothing, like to enchant them as mage armor.
What you making there?
Oh, nothing much. You remember I used to make these for you?
Wait, am I still wearing this sweater underwear what I'm wearing, or did I take that off? I can't remember.
Well, it got almost completely destroyed. And no, I think you're now wearing you now have row armor. You have sky armor.
This is right.
Mm-hmm.
Does she pick up on that at all?
I think she's not really looking at you, but she is like looking at the glyph that does appear like, I think in my head it's like a really ornate, intricately designed like fleur-de-lis.
Okay. That
you do remember, like you remember being a kid and thinking that was like, you know, Izod or like whatever the one is with the gator. You remember thinking that was like the brand of the uniform shirts you would wear.
So I'm a prince.
She stops working.
Did you know about this? Prince of the Sky? Row? I mean, what?
Her shoulders kind of relax in what you would characterize as relief. Well, I suppose that could be worse.
Could be worse.
To answer your question, no. I always thought you were some poor lost soul that came home and became my son.
Were you afraid of me at one time?
No. I was afraid for you.
I mean, bringing your son back and then not knowing what came with, I didn't realize that. Well, you're still my mom. And you've looked after me and everything.
And I'm glad to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Did you like do that thing and grab your forearm?
So, we needed some help getting some information about the drum.
I know a few music-based cults. Very old.
Oh, not like that. Like the people who had attacked you before. Like the organization that's within ears.
Oh, the suits.
Yes?
Dressed like damn caterers. How can I help? I want Mark to roll manipulate someone. I want someone else. Well, no, it'll have to be Theo. I want Theo to roll help out.
7.
I rolled an 11, so that makes yours a 8.
Well, you're in luck, because all that means is, well, they won't come just because I ask. I'll need a good reason why they should help. Why should your mission be theirs?
Because it would be helping and protecting people?
Aren't you Maggio? Don't you know what a stupid answer that is?
Is this her actually saying this to Theo?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't think Theo has anything to say to that. I think that she goes silent and like actually stares at the ground.
Can we just talk to these guys?
Not with an 8. Well, I'll make my calls and see what I can find, but we're not mercenaries. We don't swoop in just because. Sisterhood has our own problems and agendas and threats. I'll see who I can find. I want to help. And if I know my sisters, some of them will too.
Thanks.
I think you're welcome.
And I think we end up walking back.
Okay. Tiff.
Yeah.
I have a very clear image of you being either en route or like there or almost there and being like, I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna get out of the car. Just walk up to the door. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna drive away. You start the car.
Stupid
you stop
idea.
the car.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What is she gonna do? Kill me? It's fine.
We go way back.
And then I'm like checking my hair in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. This is normal. This is normal.
Just
This is an emergency.
Old friend coming by saying hi. Plus also high stakes.
Totally fine. People talk to their exes
We used to do high stakes all the time.
all the time.
Our whole life was emergencies. This whole thing, we'll be like reminisce over it. No, that's stupid. Don't
Don't start thinking like
She's
that.
she's totally used to me just popping in whenever.
She's gonna be happy to see me.
So you are outside of, I think, an up-down duplex in, I want to say Golden Valley, like a first-ring suburb.
Have I been here before? Do I know this is where she moved after we broke up? Like, what's my context?
You know it's where she moved. You've never been here. You haven't talked to her for years.
Is it obvious which one she lives in?
Mm-hmm. She lives on the one on the first floor.
After a couple, like, almost, I ring the doorbell.
Okay. You ring the doorbell. You see through the like drawn curtain on the windows to the sides that the hall light has turned on and she's walking over. And the door opens. And I honestly think that you are surprised that she's aged at all. But she's aged really well.
Of course she has.
Like, I think her hair is different. It's for sure a different color. I think it's like probably half as long as it used to be. It's like a really, really deep, only from the reflections of the light can you tell that it's like a really, really dark purple.
Cool.
And then, yeah, I think she's got like a short sleeve white button down, buttoned all the way up, and like wide black pants. And she sees you and she says, "No," and closes the door.
Whoa. Emergency. It's an
Roll
emergency.
manipulate someone.
10. Think fuck.
Hell yes. Okay, so the door almost closes and then it stops. You don't put your foot in the door, but someone has caught it. And she pulls the door open again and is like last time?
Bigger, worse. I'm really sorry. I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't a big deal. I can go.
No,
It's about the end of the stairs, kids. I just thought.
I guess this is good news anyway.
Is it?
It means you did it.
Oh.
You killed her. I don't want to know about it.
Noted. Should I come in?
Helping people is kind of what I do now. Come in.
Thanks. You look great, by the way.
Don't do that. She just walks in, leaves the door open for you to shut. This isn't going to be that kind of movie, Tiff. But if it were, you don't look so bad yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, they've she like looks at your shoulders and biceps, is like, they've been working you hard.
Tiff's posture improves. Oh, it's nothing. It's
Not
just
that. I'm just
no.
saying.
Yeah, just got a few promotions, you know.
I don't have to let you in here.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit down.
She casually swings by a bookshelf on her way to the other side of the table that you're sitting on and grabs a deck of cards.
We doing tarot?
You wanted help. Like I said, this is kind of what I do now.
Okay. That's really cool. I love tarot.
You remember the witch party?
I do. I really pissed you off that night.
It was a long time ago. What do you need?
I think that Ears is using one of the end of the stairs kids as a weapon. She's got red pupils. They're calling her Agent 7, and she's going after one of my friends. So I was just wondering if you had heard anything.
Real quick, roll investigative mystery, first of all.
9.
Okay.
I'm sort of going against them.
now. Just thought you might like to know.
Don't they sign your checks?
Yeah.
Maybe you are still in there. I mean, 7 doesn't ring a bell, but I mean, you left before we made any real progress on this, but the second group of us, of our people, the red eyes sounds familiar. It was always a little unclear how she counted. You know what I mean? But there was a girl we kept tabs on for a while. We tried to approach a couple times, but I mean, there's a reason we codenamed her Flit. She was skittish.
Okay.
You're saying they got 7 of them?
I don't know. I know there are 10 associated with the project. I know for sure one is an Under the Stairs kids. One's a centaur. Are there centaurs? Do you guys have centaurs?
Matthias.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. So, any more questions? Here's what I want you to do, because it pleases me to do so. I want the 4 of you human players to come up with 4 questions. And then she's going to do a full-on cross-reading to give you something like answers.
Cool.
Or at least a direction to go. And I'm going to read the Taraka for you, because I'm a monster from hell.
Sweet.
I feel like maybe one of the questions should be about like finding like the director's name. Maybe something about this Agent M.
Yeah, I'm curious if she knows anything about Agent M.
Do we know if, like, supposedly 7 people, the 10 people, do they actually have powers, or do we not know that?
We don't know that. Yeah, maybe info on the other agents. Specifically weaknesses for Flit, aka 7. I'd love to find her before she finds Kira, but I mean...
So maybe more information about the agents, information about Agent M, how we could find the director's name, information like how we find the director's name. And then we need like one more question, right? Because it's 4.
Okay, so one of the questions I do want to ask is how to stop Kira if she loses her head. Can we ask what's the director's name, or is it more so like how can we find the director's name?
How I'm going to run this is that, like, now that I'm sort of getting deeper into it and understanding remembering how I did it before, to be honest, there will be a card that will be drawn that will be the director's name card. And it will give you some kind of information about the director's name. There will be an Agent M card. There will be the 10 card. And there would be a Kira card. Leth will tell you what she sees.
Okay. I think those are some good questions, like topics. Can I just say, while this is happening, I want to just make a point to say it now before shit goes haywire. Anna would be doing one of her abjuration spells on Kira right now to prevent Kira from being tracked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that to mean that you are doing some very intricate and complicated braiding of Kira's hair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can cut to that in a little bit, but yes.
Okay. Tiff.
Yep.
Director's name, Agent M, the 10, and Kira.
Yep.
Tell me for each one in order. Should I draw from the top, bottom, or middle of the deck?
Top, middle, bottom, middle.
Okay.
Is there anything you need to explain for the podcast with what you're doing?
Oh, I have a deck. I have a Taraka deck from the friggin' Curse of Strahd D&D. Okay. I've done this previously for the Monsterville kids to great effect, and we will see whether or not this has diminishing returns.
Johnny, I don't like that face.
You don't have to like it.
Johnny.
This game is the best game. Okay. So she places 4 cards face down and has like holds your hands in hers over them and has you in turn focus each of your questions into each one.
Is that hot when she holds my hands?
Roll manipulate
One
someone.
brain cell.
I like how you give me shit, but Sarah's so much more worse than me.
Sarah is so horny for life.
I only got a 7.
Okay. Oh, this is so mean. Have you ever had the experience of, as an adult, visiting your high school? And like everything seems so much smaller than you remember it?
Yes.
I
Oh
remember
my
that,
God.
especially too, going to like the elementary school and being like,
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
like,
Whoa.
how do you
lungs
work
are
in
tiny.
here?
how could I fit in that locker? It's tiny.
But it's also like, there were good memories there. You're the high school.
Oh my god, Johnny. Fuck.
She reaches to the cards. She flips over the first one. It is the traitor card
For the director?
for the director's name.
This shit is real, you guys.
She says, "This one's easy to see. I see betrayal by someone close and trusted. Someone losing faith, weakened faith. The person you're after here may have an ally who isn't an ally.
That's me.
That's further than I can see." She reaches to the Agent M card and pulls. She seems a little interested in this. The Druid card. The Druid speaks of the ambivalence and cruelty of nature, inner turmoil, but also a nurturing. The Druid card has the gardener, but also the tree, what grows within it, and what helps it grow. She moves her hand over the 10 card. She draws the Myrmidon. I see great heroes, a sudden reversal of fate, the triumph of the underdog over a mighty enemy. But who is the underdog and who the enemy? I don't see. She flips and lays down, wordlessly, the Horseman card.
Ah, fuck.
Are you shitting me?
I see a horrible defeat. I see the end of a bloodline. I think she sort of like comes out of it a little and goes, I mean, technically it's a death card, but that can mean loss of wealth or property.
Sure, yeah, and then like a new beginning too, right?
Right, I mean, maybe the apartment's insured.
Yeah. That's... Look, listen, thank you for doing that. I really
That's
appreciate it.
darker. I mean, it's... I know this card's about your friend.
We're just...
Fuck you!
You don't have to...
it's not.
It can mean a lot of things, is what I'm saying.
Single.
I'm just
okay,
telling you what I saw.
Yeah. Look, I tried to call you earlier and I was blocked, and it's fine. I get it. But if we need your help with this, can I count on you?
We'll manipulate someone.
8.
I tried for a really long time to hate you. I thought that'd be easier. My magic, I did and I do to keep the memory of my people alive. It connects me with a community. Your magic, it was always just one side of an abusive relationship. And you kept choosing it. You kept choosing her. And when you finally went away, you said you maybe went away to die. I don't know, maybe that would have been easier too, because seeing you now, if he's got Flit, and he's got Matthias, then I'm involved anyway. Yes, Tiff.
I just want to say I'm sorry for everything. You always deserved better.
So did you.
She's not talking about herself, is she?
Nope. Tiff, for reasons I don't care to disclose, roll manipulate someone one more time.
Great. It's always gone so well between me and Leth. 9.
Okay.
Is that my ability to get back together with her in the future?
It's something else. I think you're kind of in the, like, attached to the kitchen dining room table thing. And a, like, late 20s woman
Oh no.
walks in and is like, hey, do you remember the Hulu password? It stopped the... Oh, hello. I didn't know this is a customer. And Lev is like, Tiff, this is my roommate, Aaron.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. I'm sorry for stopping by unannounced. I had some...
I think she looks at you and she looks at Lev and then she looks back at you with like a... You can kind of grok that she's kind of thinking, oh, this is that Tiff. Oh, fine. Yep. Sorry to interrupt. I'll figure it out.
Of course, she's...
Let me walk you out.
Yeah.
And she'll like get to the front door and sort of shut it behind her and stand on the front stoop with you for a moment and be like, it is good to see you. And for what it's worth, I haven't had a reading that intense and maybe since that witch party.
Yeah.
There is something about you.
Tiff is just looking very dejected and feeling like an idiot. Gonna be like, yeah, thanks for your help again. I really appreciate it. I'll get out of your hair.
Again, for reasons I don't care to disclose, please roll plus weird.
Now that I can do. 10.
Okay. Well, there's a voice in your head, and she has opinions, but you don't have to hear them if you don't want.
Oh, I want to hear them.
Oh, she thought that reading was intense? She doesn't know intense.
What are you saying?
Are you not going to tell her? I mean, are you really not going to tell her?
Tell her what?
What you are now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that's true. I think that's all she's going to say. And then I think you kind of come back to paying attention, and Leth is sort of in the middle of like, I mean, you're not going to react to that? Just offered to unblock you. Is that weird?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, that sounds great. I would really like that. I need to be unblocked. My chi is all third eye, just can't see a thing.
She holds up her cell phone and gestures it back and forth.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking about the reading. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that'd be great. Phone. I'm glad that I will never stop putting my foot in my mouth around that.
Oh my god.
Me.
Decades later. Still thinks I'm an idiot.
So yeah, she'll, well, then I guess give me a call.
Yeah.
I'll get somebody on it over here. We'll see what we can, I don't know what to tell you.
Me neither. Should we...
Roll manipulate someone.
Great. It's going great. 8.
I think she'll reach out a hand.
Cool. Totally good.
The handshake will go on a little longer than it otherwise would. And I think she will say, again, it is good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Have a good night, Tiff. Tiff, where are you going to go next?
Well, first I'm going to cry in my car.
Aww.
That sounds right.
I'm not going to cry. I'm just going to throw a little shadow fit.
If I may, for you, what I'm imagining is that you like darken all the windows and like silence the whole thing and then just scream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I get you. I read your blog.
She's embarrassed. She's mortified. After that, I will meet where I was told to meet, which I don't think I got yet.
Yeah, you were supposed to get a place to go from Mark telepathically.
Okay. I think I would have just had her come to the dress barn.
The place is the dress barn. And you're kind of a little bit like, are you serious?
Do I see them there when I pull up?
I think you definitely see Casey, who I think is, last I heard, kind of patrolling the place with a shotgun.
I was on the roof.
Oh, you're on the
roof
roof with a shotgun.
With
Sorry.
a lot of guns. Let's be real.
But no, on the exterior, I don't think you see anybody. I think you do see it's not a fully abandoned strip mall. I think there's 3 or 4 cars that defo give you the vibe that they're here always. Kind of milling about the parking lot. There's a frumpy older lady, but the dress barn definitely appears closed. But this is exactly where you've been told to come.
Before any shit hits the fan, I know that Kira wanted to talk to Riley, but I really, really want to do the Theo and Anna in Kira's head thing. Just putting that out there.
Okay, what thing do you want to do first?
Yeah, on her way to talk to Riley, Kira wanted to reach out to McCleary, actually.
Why don't we do that first? Why don't you roll plus weird?
7?
I think you'll get him like he's on the phone. McCleary.
Hey. I wanted to talk to you.
No, you don't.
Well, I'm talking to you right now, aren't I?
That's not how this works. You speak when spoken to.
Maybe we could find a different option. Or we talk.
Roll manipulate someone. Please, miss.
That's a 12. Advanced move.
Take that, McCleary.
Different option, huh?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna finally stand up and be, I don't know, good person?
Well, for starters, I'd like to actually talk with you. I don't really know much about you. And up until now, our interactions have been pretty antagonistic. I don't really care for that.
You're not supposed to.
It doesn't have to be that way. We could work together. It's been kind of lonely without Anna here.
It's another rule you broke.
I know. That's something that's important to you?
Are you new?
Well, we've never really talked before.
Look, I keep order around here. I keep you in line. You want to swing by and get a cup of coffee? That's going to take some getting used to.
That's fair. I don't expect it to be things to change very quickly. I know. Why would they? But I don't want it to be how it's been between us. I don't like that. Do you?
Do I like being a kept man? No. I don't like piggybacking around here any more than you like having me. But we all have our lot in life. I like to think of it as a project.
What sort of project is that?
Making you into something worth reintegrating into society.
So I'm supposed to behave? Would that make you happy?
For starters.
What would show you that I'm on your side?
How long's it been since you took somebody's free will away from them?
You mean the mind thing?
Yeah, I mean the mind thing.
Yeah, I used it against Cross.
That was what? 2 days? Congratulations on your 48-hour chip.
You're not okay with that ever being used? Is there any exception?
It's an abomination, Ashwood. Like everything you are.
If that were true, then why do you want to reform me?
I'm not the one to ask.
Oh? Who do I ask?
It's not my name above the front door, if you know what I mean. If you were walking around in my combat boots, this dynamic would be a little bit different. Maybe you'd have some work to do on me.
That's fair. I want us to work together. I meant that. What can I do? Something that is achievable. What can I do?
So I'm clear on the stakes of this. You want them to work together on What? What are you hoping to get out of this?
I just don't want him to be against me. Ember said something about she liked McCleary when I was talking to her before. I don't want her to use him against me.
You want him to like you more than he likes her?
Yeah, but also, like, he's like a prison warden, right? So, like, maybe he can help keep me, keep things locked down so that Ember doesn't front.
Okay. Well, here's what he'll say to that. Oh, you want me to be the keeper of the keys?
Maybe.
Well, then maybe you give me one more.
What does that mean?
Maybe you let me get in the driver's seat.
When?
Not like that. Not a pass. A key. Whenever I see fit. You let me do that, you let everybody else around you keep thinking their own thoughts, then we can start having a conversation.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to feel this way anymore.
Let's put that to the test. For the foreseeable, the role of Kira Ashwood will be played by Officer McCleary.
Okay.
Tiff, you pull up to what appears to be a closed dress barn.
Perfect. Just how I wanted this night to keep going. I step out of my car, start heading towards the entrance.
Okay. You reach no opposition.
I try to loudly think, like, I'm here, I am outside, Captain Torres, am outside the dress barn.
I would like you to roll plus weird.
13.
Hey everybody. This is Jonny speaking. Tiff's outside.
We all are aware of this, or?
Yep, every single one of you.
Okay.
That's cool.
My Tiff sense is tingling.
Yeah, Anna will head outside to find Tiff.
Tiff, the door opens, and out steps a trim blue-haired girl.
Is Casey up on the roof, just like patrolling?
Casey's up on the roof, probably watching this, and likely keeping an eye on that poor lady.
You're not wrong.
Hi. You were at the party.
Yep. Anna, in case you forgot. Kira mentioned that you might have an in with the drum?
Yes, very much so.
Well, come on in.
Is Kira here?
Yeah, she's gonna go check on something, I guess. I don't know. Riley mentioned going to try to figure out if we could figure out the director's name or something that would be helpful, and so I think maybe Kira was gonna get more info. Not totally sure. But
okay.
But yeah, she's here.
Great. And Casey?
I think Anna points up to the roof.
I see. Well, I just have some info. I thought it'd be easier if we kind of gathered everyone, but...
Hey, Casey!
Yeah.
We've got Captain Torres here.
I saw
some information that she wants to share with us.
Okay, so I think everybody comes down and gathers.
I feel like... Oh, fuck.
Casey.
Do you need Anna to roll manipulate someone on you?
Yes!
Oh my god, you don't even want to stand next to me.
She rolled a 10.
Fine, Casey comes down.
If you do, I'm trying to make eye contact with you really hard.
I am not looking at you.
I think everybody except perhaps Torres and Casey, with their desperate not to look at each other motives, will notice that Kira is carrying herself a bit differently.
Can Anna tell what this is? Can she read a bad situation?
Oh yeah, Anna knows that she's got McCleary posture.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think just to him, Anna would be like, "What the fuck? McCleary, what are you doing?"
She just winks at you. And I think maybe she leans in and says,
"We're coming to an arrangement. Trying something new." Anna will be like, "Oh, really?" And McCleary will say, "Hey, it worked for you. So what's this info you got, Captain?"
Well, and then I share everything I learned so as not to say it again.
Kira, I think where Kira is, to be clear, is in the lobby watching this on TV of her apartment building.
She's watching this all unfold, yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I make sure to look at Casey a lot when I'm saying it.
Roll manipulate someone.
7.
Casey, Captain Torres is looking at you like a lot.
I have a fucking girlfriend.
I'm not available.
I am trying to get your trust back. I'm like, look at all this information I stuck my neck out to get for you.
Casey is very much so like arms crossed.
I'm not available. I'm not available.
I don't need to be shot down twice in one night.
I think that like maybe Casey's like looking at Torres, but like not at her face, like a middle ground kind of like thing to get her to like back off. You're trying too hard.
Horse. Okay, so Tiff brings you all up to speed. Leth drew the Trader card, the Druid card, the Myrmidon card, and the Horseman card.
So there's this Agent 7's coming after Kira. I did put some sort of protection spell on Kira so that she can't be tracked, but I don't know if they're still able to find her.
I can still do that like protection thing maybe inside her head just to like see like what's going on, if there's any like loose ends.
It's probably not a bad idea. I would say we should probably do that. And then I think we need to go after the director and figure out what the fuck his name is.
It sounded like there was a weakness there. Like someone in the director's circle was
a traitor.
Betray them. Yeah.
Could be that angel Mark and I did kind of come across.
That's right. There was an angel.
But I mean, I think, yes, going after the director is a good idea. But if I do remember correctly, Mark said that 7 was supposed to come here on their way.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any other information you have to give us, Captain Torres, I'm going to head back up to the roof.
I love that you are having even this conversation without looking at her. Maybe at the end, if there's nothing else.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Casey's gonna go back to the roof and patrol.
Okay. Casey, roll read a bad situation.
Also, I think Mark is consoling Theo over the whole... Mom didn't actually mean that.
13.
Also, do we know how Mom knows about Theo and the Maggio?
I mean, no.
It just dawned on me as we were sitting there. I'm like, no, she just said that.
She just knew that. Yeah.
Jonny also said that, like, what had happened in Chicago that Theo did is going to spread like wildfire.
Within which circles, though? And then
She drew her name in front of the Council of Many.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Like, threw it around.
Demanded blood and the eye.
All right.
Which, by the way, you still have. Theo, real quick, roll act under pressure.
Oh! Jesus.
I'm not thinking about it right now.
Oh, you're thinking about it always.
This is Mark's fault.
You should act under pressure?
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
That's going to be a 5.
Theo, you know exactly what could help right now.
No, you do not.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
No, you do.
listen to
Absolutely.
No, this is
If
this
there's
is all
some kind of magic coming at you.
This is all because I had a question. Just hold on a minute.
This is John's fault.
This isn't even Mark's fault. This
No,
is
yeah,
just
we
John's
can deal with
fault.
what Theo is going to inevitably do now in just a second. Let's answer John's question. Mark, what question do you have?
Oh no, that was the question that I had. I was just wondering what she knew about them, how she knew about the Maggio. But I mean, we don't know, but now I can confirm that we don't know. All right.
Well, so to be clear,
are you looking to punish me in some way?
No, I'm looking at the. Honestly, I kind of think that Evil Hat Productions needs to go to game jail a little bit. So, if you shove this eye in your head, you won't mark experience.
Oh man.
So Theo's due for a level up.
Okay.
Theo shoves this eye in her head.
Wait, do I see this? Do I?
No, she's definitely with that roll. She's stepped away and is out of view of all of you, and now has a perfect opportunity.
We were gonna go into Kira's head.
She's got a perfect opportunity to do this, and then if she does this, and she'll be so much more effective with this eye. You don't even know.
Oh my god.
Theo had previously leveled up, but I haven't done anything yet. And I have leveled up about 5 times for the, basic improvements. For the advanced improvements, I can choose one advanced hex move. And we had talked before about doing
Apotheosis.
And Apotheosis, you become a terrifying font of mystical power. Once per mystery, after you suffer a loss or harm, you may enter a state where you have both immense power and 0 interest in the well-being of other people.
Including your friends?
Well, in this state, you can fly, use plus weird to kick some ass instead of tough, using innate magic as a 3 harm weapon with whatever properties you choose. Ignore the components cost of your rotes. Ignore 1 requirement of every spell you cast with use magic, and you have +1 ongoing to do everything. On the other hand, you outright cannot use Protect Someone move. You have all the temptations, and you have to indulge in them whenever a good opportunity presents itself. When you try to resist a temptation, roll plus cool. On a 10+, your apotheosis ends. On a 7 and 9, it ends with you doing something dangerous or cruel. On a miss, it only ends after you harm someone or something you love.
I love this for you.
Kira goes away for 2 seconds, and my friends are taking their eyes out.
It is not the first time.
This is not the first time people rip their eyes out.
Theo's going to turn to Anna. I haven't done anything yet, but I could use your help doing this thing on Kira. I just gotta grab some components from Casey's motorcycle that I left out front.
Mm-hmm.
So Theo's gonna go towards the front of the building, but find somewhere private.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Theo's gonna take this eye out of her bag.
It would be so easy. You know exactly how to do it.
Can I ask you, Jonny, how have things been at home the past 2 days when Theo came back?
Why don't you roll plus charm?
Plus the 1 for this is my family?
Sure.
Oh, great. That's gonna be a 5.
They haven't been great. Your parents are away, which is not uncommon. Ooh, yeah, things have been real bad. Bennett definitely chewed you out for using the family name with the Council of Many. Definitely. Because this is not just your name, Theora. This is our name, my name. Since when do you want this to be your name, even? Since when do you want any of this? I think he tosses around your medical books as something to use against you. I thought they were your family. I thought that was your ambition. Now you want to be a problem for us. And I think Deacon was exactly as he always is. Vaguely terrifying and furious. On this, Deacon and Bennett have a rare moment of agreement.
I think Theo, as she's staring down at this eyeball in her hand, thinks back to the events in Chicago with Jacob telling her to fit in.
Well, if you're gonna live here, you gotta be as jaded as the rest of us, okay?
And then telling her to fuck off and that she's ruined his life.
You really fucked this up for me. I thought it was you couldn't just be normal for 2 days. 2 days.
And then coming home to Bennett and Deacon yelling at her. And I think this craving or demand to be respected.
Temptation.
This temptation. Theo presses this eye into her eye. And I think she puts it in her left eye. Because fuck that left hand.
So Theo roll act under pressure.
It's a 9.
Okay. I think what that means is this hurts like hell. It burns. It will leave I think the scar it's gonna leave is gonna be an inverted Y shape. One diagonal line and then a second diagonal line coming down from below. And the effort of doing it will I think with mixed success, the effort of doing it will make you grunt horribly, but not scream and fall to your knees. You can feel and are aware that it didn't vaporize your actual eye, and it didn't crush your actual eye. It devoured your eye. And then you can feel it integrate, like ice cold water running through your veins in your head. And when you finally open your eyes, you see maybe 10 feet away, just sort of on the sidewalk parallel to this strip mall, just these two red points of light. Oh no. Executive producer Jonny Grubb. This has been the Monsters Playbook, featuring
Sarah Baker as Tiff Torres,
John Wander as Mark Clayton,
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood,
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos,
and Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Web 1.0 at monstersplaybook.com. And come hang out with us on Discord. We're fun. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Could I ask a question of a rote idea?
Sure.
What I want to use it for is to veil the eye.
Like you want to just have sort of a disguise self.
Like a invisibility kind of spell. Kind of like the blanket that Harry Potter has.
Oh my god, blanket?
The cloak.
You know, like his invisibility onesie.
Oh my god, I'm physically hurt by that.
Now I want this episode to be called the Invisibility Onesie.
Oh, I can't.